23. Archetype 2. You always take responsibility for helping others think through their decisions. You are apt to handle delicate issues and sharing confidential information. You give yourself permission to withhold your opinion until you get all the facts and have an opportunity to ponder your stance. You have a naturally good judgment. You inspire trust because you are cautious and considerate about sensitive topics. You provide advice and counsel with relationships, with performance, with anything. You take pride in your small circle of very good friends. You always feel compelled to mentor other people. You always pick up small increments of progress in other people. You encourage people to stretch and to excel. You enjoy selecting the achievements that deserve praise when it is time to recognize your co-workers. You have a natural inclination to see the best in people and situations. You interact with others and your goal is to help them learn, grow, and experience success. You notice when others succeed and you always tell them. You see where each person's greatest potential lie. Your fuel is these signs of growth in others and they bring you strength and satisfaction. Your instincts lead you to encourage people to grow in areas in which they have real talent. You always ask your colleagues to clarify deadlines so you can adjust your workload to accommodate their requests. You create routines that require you to systematically follow through, and over time people come to appreciate this kind of predictability. You save yourself and others from making costly mistakes when you discover situations in which time or money is being wasted because of inefficiency. You always ask how people feel about the issues involved. You always help your colleagues, friends, or peers when they are having a difficult time. You are intuitively able to see the world through the eyes of others and share their perspective. You are very sensitive to the emotions and feelings of others. You comfort others with a glance, a smile, or a pat on the arm. You experience pleasure when you are witnessing the happiness of others. You have an extraordinary ability to pick up on sensitive situations. You make a profound impression when you show your appreciation or recognition. You seem to find the right tone and the right words, and for all these reasons other people are drawn to you. Your discretion and desire to be genuinely helpful is greatly valued. You are an extremely valuable team member because you are always able to stay on track. You are just the kind of person who likes to get to the point in conversations, at work, and even with your family. You pay attention to others when sometimes their detours will lead to important discoveries and delights. You set goals for your personal life that give weight to your personal priorities and thereby help create balance in your life. Your greatest worth as a team member might be helping others set goals. Your talent leads to solid and long-lasting success because of the integrity of your objectives. You are always fascinated and inspired by the following sentence. Wouldn't it be great if we could have a better product, a better team, a better life, or a better world? You bring the kind of hope that other people want to latch onto. You can paint a picture of your visions of the future that can raise other people's sights and their spirits. You can push others to greater heights of creativity and vividness. You can draw up your visions of the future, and they energize you and others too. You inspire others with your expansive images of the future. You inspire people to move forward. You make people feel exhilarated by your exciting visions of future success, especially in entrepreneurial or startup situations. You always try to increase the number of voices in a conversation. You are the most likely person to find areas where all parties can agree. You create forums and interactions in which people feel like their opinions are truly being heard. You feel compelled to get in the middle of things and find the common ground that can be the starting point for working productively together. You have the ability to draw people together. You help others become more engaged in group projects and activities. You keep discussions focused on practical matters about which clear action can be taken. You relate to people easily because you are very strong in adjustment. You are a natural fit with research and development as you appreciate the mindset of dreamers and visionaries. You are conceptual, creative, and original. You are delighted when you discover beneath the complex surface an elegantly simple concept to explain why things are the way they are. You are fascinated by and you love all ideas because they are clarifying, contrary, novel, and profound. You are intrigued when seemingly disparate phenomena can be linked by an obscure connection and be viewed from a strangely enlightening angle. You can create and generate new discoveries and insights. You always work hard to see that no individual or group is overlooked. You are always adept at quickly making people feel accepted and involved. You are continuously working and interacting with people because you enjoy the challenge of making everyone feel important. You believe that we must begin by appreciating what we all share in order to respect the differences among us. You have a natural capacity to truly care for all people. You love to explain what we all have in common. You always see people's faces light up when you ask them about their favorite interests. You are amazing at figuring out what every person on your team does best and to help them capitalize on their knowledge, skills, and talents. You can draw out the best in each person. You can explain each person's unique actions, motivations, and needs. You help your colleagues and friends plan their future by designing it based on what they do best individually. You absorb, collect, and gather information, books, facts, quotations, words, or you collect tangible objects because it interests you. You always make a point of identifying the data and facts that are most valuable to others and to yourself. You always try to identify situations in which you can share the information you have collected with other people. You enjoy accumulating information and knowledge. You are energized when you find people who like to talk about the same issues that you do. You build relationships with people you consider to be big thinkers. You encourage people around you to use their full intellectual capital by reframing questions for them and by engaging them in dialogue. You enjoy time for musing and reflection. You pose yourself questions and try out answers on yourself and everybody else to see how they sound. You are a sponge for learning. You know that when people have the opportunity to learn and grow, they are more productive and loyal. You learn best by teaching and you seek out opportunities to present to others. You are attracted to others who seem to have found and cultivated their own strengths and turned them into lasting greatness. You are helping people succeed in coaching, managing, mentoring, or teaching roles. You are particularly beneficial to others when you ask people to describe what they do best. You consider how your special talents relate to the mission in your life and how they might benefit your family or community. You make a point of asking people to focus on what they like about themselves. You try deliberately to spend time with people who have discovered their strengths.